Hi everyone, welcome back. This video we are focusing on bar booty. That's right, your booty. So we're working our glutes and all those stabilizing muscles of your hips. So to get started, we need a chair, just for stabilization. So go ahead and grab your chair, and I'm gonna face towards the chair, so we have a little more stability. An option here to use a block if you'd like. You don't have to use the block. You can stand flat-footed on the mat as another option. So we're gonna go ahead and stand up onto the block. All right, and keep a slight bend in that standing leg, and then extend your right leg back, pulling your right hip forward, pull your ribs in, pull your core in. We're gonna tap that right toe down and then lift it up about 45 degrees, right where you feel hamstrings engage, glute engages. Here we go. Tap it down, lift it up, down, lift, down, lift, down, lift, down, lift, down, lift. So as you're moving, really make sure you keep that standing knee bent, hips are square, and maybe you even take your hands off the chair, finding a little balance, pressing through all four corners of that standing foot. Lift, down, lift, down, lift, down, lift, down, lift, down. Final 8, lift, lift. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, lift it up and hold. So hold it about 45 degrees. Check in. Right leg's really straight, back toes are pointed, standing knee is bent. Little lifts, up, up. So we're getting a little deeper into that glute. You should start to feel it engage. Nice. Lift, lift, lift. Again, maybe taking your hands to your hips, finding a little balance. Lift, 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 lift. Stay here. Keep it up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold it up and hold. Bend that back knee and then lift that top knee up towards the ceiling. So we're finding a little attitude. If you like ballet terms, or bent knee, recheck. Pull that right hip forward, pull your core in, pull your ribs in, and little lifts to the ceiling. Lift, lift, lift. So you're gonna start to feel it in your standing leg. Feel on both sides of your seat or glutes. Lift, 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 lift. Try and get that right leg up as high as you can. Nice, while keeping that great form. Lift, lift. This exercise is great for those love handles and side of our back, as well as our glutes. Lift, lift. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Lift it up and hold. If your foot, standing foot, is on the floor, you can lift your heel, standing heel, or if it's on the block, hold. Nice. Maybe finding a little bit of balance. Arms overhead, lift and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it down. Nice job. Step off that block, shake it out. And go ahead and find figure 4. So right foot over left, sit your seat back, and take a nice stretch for those glutes, your piriformis, those hip stabilizing muscles. And you can press your right knee down, get a little length through your right side, and take it into the second side. So left foot over right, sit it back, and hold. Pressing your other knee down. And we're coming right into the second side. You guys know where we're going. So we're gonna take that block, if you're using it, over to the right. And we're gonna go ahead and stand up on the block. Again, feel free to do this with a flat foot on the mat. Keep a slight bend in your right leg this time. And we're gonna extend our left foot out. So really stretch through your left leg, keeping that left hip pulled forward, hips are square. All right, we're gonna come to 45-degree lift. So tapping the left toes down and lift up where you feel that hamstring engage, glute engage. Drop and lift, drop and lift, drop and lift, drop, lift, drop, lift. So make sure, even though we're working our glutes and legs, that your torso and core stays really stable and strong. So knit everything in, tap and lift, tap and lift, tap and lift, tap and lift. Final 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, hold it up and hold, little pulses, lift, 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 lift. So you're just lifting about an inch, lift, lift, lift. Keep pulling that left hip forward, nice and square, lift, lift, lift. Standing knee stays bent, left leg's really extended, nice and straight. Little lifts for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift up and hold, and then bend that left knee and turn it out. So think about lifting that left knee up to the ceiling, little attitude behind you, or bent knee, lift, 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 lift. So think about lifting your whole knee up, lift, lift. So again, getting into that love handle, back of your side and into your back. Obviously, you're gonna be feeling this in both sides of your glutes. Lift, 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 lift. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Lift it up and hold, hold, hold. Maybe lift that standing heel, especially if your foot's flat on the floor. Hold, maybe finding a little balance. Nice, hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop it down, step it off, and shake your legs out. One more time, quick figure 4, left over right. Big inhale and exhale as you switch. All right, so you made it through part 1. Now we're gonna head on to the mat. So go ahead and turn your chair around and set your block off to the side. We're gonna come onto all fours, so you have the option to use a weight here if you'd like. So come onto all fours, hands are in line with shoulders, knees are in line with hips, nice flat back. All right, and grab the weight, place it right behind your right knee, flexing your right toes. You're gonna lift it up to hip height. So think about keeping that right knee in line with your hip, little extra weight into your right hand to keep yourself square. Little punches to the ceiling, lift it up. Lift, 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 lift. Nice, so you always have the option to ditch the weight if that's too much. Most important that you're keeping nice and square here and that back leg staying lifted. So you're going to start to feel this in your right hamstrings, right glutes. We're here for 8 more. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and hold it up. Squeeze that weight. Little pulses, heel to seat. In, 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 in. So you're squeezing that weight. Nice, and pulse. In, 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 in. Little extra hamstring for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Squeeze it in and hold. Bring your leg down to match, but don't let your right knee touch the mat, and then exhale, lift it back up, all the way up. So 2 counts, large range here. In, lift, up, 2, take it down, 2, lift, 2, down, 2. So key here is keeping that nice flat back. Lift, 2, down, 2, lift, 2, down, 2. Final 5, and 4, 3, down, 2. Last one, lift it up and hold, reset, squeeze that weight. So heel to seat, we're just gonna find a little turnout and then bring it back to 90. So turn it out and in, out and in, out and in, out and in, out, in, out, in, out, for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. On this last one, turn it out, little pulses to the ceiling. Lift, lift for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring your right leg in and go and take that weight out. Place it right at the top of your mat. Roll your wrist, give them a little break. Nice, quick break. We're coming right into the second side. So left leg, bring the weight right behind your left knee, flexing your left toes, and then lift that leg up. You guys know where we're going. Extra weight into your left hand. If you're starting to feel this in your wrists, you can always come to fists or come onto your forearms. Little lifts to the ceiling. Lift up, up. Keep checking in. Ribs pulled in, core pulled in, square hips. Lift, 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 lift. Again, working that left side now, hamstrings and glutes. Lift, 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 lift. Last 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Lift it up at the top and hold. Little squeezes in, 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 in. So heel to seat, flexing the left toes. Getting a little deeper into that hamstring. Try and keep that left knee lifted. Hips are square. Squeeze in, in for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and hold. We're coming into the large range. So take it down for 2 and lift for 2. Down, 2, lift, 2. So full range here, all the way down and all the way up. Lifting your left knee in line with your left hip at the top. Down, lift, down. Making sure you're not arching or rounding your spine as you move. Lift. Last 5. Lift up at the top. Last 3. Lift, lift. Last 2. Lift, lift. Last 1. Lift it up at the top, hold, squeeze that weight, and then we're gonna find a turn out and pull it back to 90. So out and in, out and in. Make sure you're putting extra weight into your left hand, staying really square. You're gonna start feeling this in both sides of your seat. So if you're feeling it in your right side, you're doing it correct. In and out, in and out, in and out. Keep squeezing that weight so it doesn't fall. You can also do this with a ball instead of a weight if you prefer. Out and in, out and in. Last 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one, lifts and hold at the top. Little pulses, lift, lift, lift for 8, 7, 6, 5. Feeling that outer glute, glute medius, glute maximus. Last 3, 2, and 1. Bring it down. Nice job. Take that weight out and go ahead and sit down onto your seat and take your feet in front of you. One last exercise here. So grab your ball if you have it. You don't need to do this with a ball. If you have it, place it right between your inner thighs. Sit up nice and tall, and then slowly roll down all the way onto the mat. So heels are just a few inches from your glutes. Back is pressed firmly into the mat. You're gonna press through your feet to tuck your hips under and lift up into a bridge. So knit your ribs together here, pull your core in, and we're gonna find a little pulse. So 2-part motion. So we're going down an inch, up an inch, little squeeze on the ball. So down, up, and squeeze. Down, up, and squeeze. Down, up, squeeze. Down, up, squeeze. Down, up, squeeze. So try and just lower your seat only an inch. So you're keeping your hips lifted the whole time. Ribs are lifted off the mat. Down, up, and squeeze. 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 Last 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, lift up, hold, squeeze the ball, little pulses, in for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, squeeze the ball and hold. We're gonna come into a little hip dancing. So we're gonna lift our right hip up and then our left. We're gonna boogie it out. Take it right and left. Keep squeezing that ball. Maybe bring your hands up to the ceiling. Take it right and left, right and left. Really pulling your core in. Everything's engaged. Nice. Left and right, left and right, left and right, left and right. Stay lifted for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, lift and hold. Last thing here, so walk your heels in. You can either lift up onto your toes, final squeezes on the ball, pulse in, lift your hips up 1 inch higher, squeeze, 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 squeeze. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, squeeze, big inhale in and exhale, slowly round down, 1 vertebrae at a time, all the way back down onto your mat. Squeeze your knees into your chest, big inhale, and as you exhale, find a little rock up to seated, then place your ball off to the side, and you made it through glute work. Nice job. We look forward to seeing you in the next video.